Good day, everyone. Today we are going to discuss an extremely important but often underestimated system of the human body, the lymphatic system. If you're watching us for the first time, make sure to subscribe and enable the bell icon for future notifications. We will understand what lymph is, how it is formed, how it circulates, and how the lymphatic system supports immunity and fluid balance. We will also study the spleen, its structure, functions, and disorders. And finally, we will briefly define common disorders of the lymphatic system. By the end of this presentation, you will have a clear and structured understanding of this essential defense system of the body. The lymphatic system is a network of vessels, nodes, and organs that works closely with the circulatory and immune systems. Unlike the cardiovascular system, it does not have a central pump like the heart. Its main roles include maintaining fluid balance, absorbing fats from the intestine, and defending the body against infections. It collects excess fluid from tissues and returns it to the bloodstream, preventing swelling and maintaining homeostasis. Lymph is a clear, colorless fluid that flows inside lymphatic vessels. It originates from blood plasma. When plasma leaks out of blood capillaries into surrounding tissues, it forms interstitial fluid. Once this interstitial fluid enters lymphatic capillaries, it becomes lymph. Unlike blood, lymph does not contain red blood cells or platelets. It mainly contains lymphocytes, which are important white blood cells involved in immunity. Lymph is composed primarily of water. It also contains small amounts of proteins, lymphocytes, fats absorbed from the intestine, and waste materials from cells. The fat-rich lymph absorbed from the small intestine is called chyle. Because lymph carries immune cells and foreign particles to lymph nodes, it plays a critical role in immune defense. Let us understand how lymph is formed step by step. First, blood plasma filters out of capillaries due to hydrostatic pressure. This filtered fluid enters tissue spaces and becomes interstitial fluid. Most of this fluid returns to blood capillaries, but some enters lymphatic capillaries. Once inside lymphatic vessels, it is called lymph. So the process can be summarized as plasma becomes interstitial fluid, which then becomes lymph. Unlike blood circulation, lymph circulation does not have a pumping organ. Lymph moves through lymphatic vessels due to skeletal muscle contractions, breathing movements, and the presence of one-way valves that prevent backflow. There are two major ducts, the thoracic duct, which drains most of the body, and the right lymphatic duct, which drains the right upper part of the body. Both ducts empty lymph into the subclavian veins, returning it to the bloodstream. The lymphatic system consists of lymph, lymphatic capillaries, vessels, lymph nodes, and lymphoid organs such as the spleen, thymus, and tonsils. Lymph nodes act as filters, trapping pathogens and activating immune responses. Overall, the system performs three main functions: maintaining fluid balance, absorbing fats, and protecting the body from infections. The spleen is the largest lymphoid organ in the body. It is located in the left upper quadrant of the abdomen, just below the diaphragm and behind the stomach. The spleen is highly vascular, meaning it contains a large amount of blood. It plays a major role in both blood filtration and immune function. The spleen has an outer fibrous capsule that protects it. Internally, it is divided into two main regions, white pulp and red pulp. White pulp contains lymphatic tissue and is responsible for immune responses. Red pulp filters the blood and removes old or damaged red blood cells. This structural arrangement allows the spleen to function as both a blood filter and an immune organ. The spleen performs several vital functions. First, it produces lymphocytes and supports immune responses. Second, it filters blood by removing aged or damaged red blood cells. Third, it acts as a reservoir by storing blood. It also destroys bacteria and other pathogens present in the blood. In fetal life, the spleen produces red blood cells, a process known as fetal hematopoiesis. Splenomegaly refers to enlargement of the spleen, often due to infections or blood disorders. Hypersplenism is a condition where the spleen becomes overactive and destroys blood cells excessively. Splenic rupture usually occurs due to trauma and can cause life-threatening internal bleeding. Asplenia refers to absence of the spleen, either congenital or due to surgical removal. Individuals without a spleen are more prone to infections. Lymphedema is swelling caused by accumulation of lymph due to obstruction. Lymphadenitis is inflammation of lymph nodes, usually due to infection. Lymphoma is cancer arising from lymphatic tissues. Filariasis is a parasitic infection that blocks lymphatic vessels. Tonsillitis is the inflammation of the tonsils. Pneumoma is a tumor of the thymus gland. Let us summarize today's discussion. We learned that lymph is a clear fluid derived from plasma and plays a crucial role in immunity and fluid balance. We studied how lymph is formed and how it circulates without a central pump. We understood the structure and functions of the spleen, including its role in filtering blood and supporting immune responses. Finally, we defined common disorders affecting the spleen and lymphatic system. The lymphatic system may not be as visible as the heart or lungs, but it is essential for survival and protection against disease. And here we are wrapping up. We can see in next video.